Hi, Bill. Bob Medlin. The first verse of the Bible, Genesis 1, verse 1, says that in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Well, obviously, the earth is here, so there had to be a time when there was nothing, so something created this universe out of nothing. Well, I want to tell you about a miracle that kind of illustrates creating something out of nothing. My wife and I met an American Indian lady who was about 55 years old at the time, and we were telling her about miracles that we were seeing Jesus do in our ministry. And she told us that when she was a child that she had polio. If you look up polio, you can on the internet you can see the devastation that caused back in the early 1900s, the mid 1900s. It was a terrible disease. But what happened is, as a child, one of her legs stopped growing and was stunted. It ended up being about 3 inches shorter than her other leg. So this caused her a lot of problems. You could just, if you just put one foot on a 3-inch board, you can see what kind of a difference that would be and what kind of a problem that would be. Well, she wore a lift, but she still had a lot of back problems. But so she asked us, she said, "Do you think Jesus would cause my leg to grow out?" And so we said, "Well, why not? Of course." So she sat down in a chair and held her legs out, and we could see that one leg was for sure about 3 inches shorter than the other. And so Diana just prayed and asked Jesus, who is the creator, who was the creator before he came in human form 2,000 years ago, ask him to restore her leg to normal. And so in about 45 seconds, this lady's leg that was short just began to grow, and until it reached the exact same size as the other leg. We looked and we couldn't tell any difference. In 45 seconds, her leg grew out 3 inches. So that was an amazing miracle. It affected a huge number of people, her family and her friends. Her husband was a ex-Vietnam War vet who had all kinds of issues, was angry, didn't believe in anything. Her kids were a mess. But after they saw this miracle, they all accepted Jesus as their Lord and Savior. And it affected just many, many people. So it was just awesome. So in 45 seconds, God created 3 inches of leg out of nothing. I don't know how he did it, but 1 minute, 1 second, there was a leg that was 3 inches short. 45 seconds later, the leg was fully the same length. God had to create 3 inches of bone, 3 inches of muscle, ligaments and tendons, nerves, blood vessels, a total creative miracle in 45 seconds. I have no idea how he did it. He didn't explain it to me. But it actually happened. There were many witnesses to that account. So that's how God creates things out of nothing. He can and has the ability and proves it today, creating things out of nothing. Now, the book of Genesis and the story of creation, I want to in the next video talk about scriptures that are in the book of Genesis about creation that you wouldn't have any problem with at all. You would totally agree with. And so anyway, check out my next video. Thanks.